Today, we're going to share practical reading strategies that help you understand deeper meaning and unlock real fluency.
And I'll explain how to apply them step by step so learners can read smarter, not just faster.
Let's start with predicting. Before you read, look at the title and any headings and think about what the text might be about. That prepares your brain.
Yes. And while predicting, ask yourself simple questions like, who is this for? What might happen? That gives purpose to your reading.
The next thing is skimming. You don't read every word. Move your eyes over the text to get the main idea. Focus on the first sentence of paragraphs and any repeated words.
After skimming, slow down for scanning. Look for specific information, names, dates, or key terms. This helps you find details without losing the bigger picture.
We also want to connect new words to what you already know. If you see a new word, try to guess its meaning from the sentence before checking a dictionary. That builds automatic understanding.
And don't just guess once. Confirm your guess by reading the next sentence or two. If it fits, great. If not, adjust. This back and forth makes your comprehension stronger.
Another important strategy is asking questions while reading. Who? What? Why? Where? When? How? That keeps your mind active and focused on meaning.
Right. And answer those questions in your own words as you go. If something feels unclear, pause and reread that part with the question in mind.
We should also pay attention to signal words like however, because, for example, and therefore. They show relationships and help you follow the writer's logic.
When you see those, slow down and mark the connection mentally. For instance, however often introduces contrast, so you expect a surprising or different idea next.
Summarizing is another key. After a section, stop and say to yourself what you just read in a short sentence. That tests if you truly grasped it.
You can even say it aloud or write a quick note. Try to use your own words. That shows internalization.
Let's talk about visualizing. Turn ideas into pictures in your mind. If the text describes a scene or a process, imagine it clearly.
That works for abstract ideas too. If the author describes a process like growth over time, picture it as a plant slowly rising. Visualization creates memory hooks.
Connecting parts of the text with each other is helpful. Notice when earlier sentences relate to later ones and keep a running idea in your mind.
You can even use simple words like "this means" or "as we saw before" in your mental summary to link ideas. That builds a web of understanding instead of isolated facts.
When something confuses you, don't skip it. Slow down, read it again, and try to break it into smaller pieces. Sometimes a long sentence hides a simple meaning.
Also, look for examples the writer gives. Examples often explain a general idea in concrete terms, making the hidden meaning clearer.
It's useful to mark or underline only the most important ideas. Too much marking becomes noise. Pick one or two phrases that carry the main point.
If you're reading digitally, you can highlight or use a note. If it's on paper, a pencil underlining or a star in the margin works. Keep it clean so you can review quickly.
Let's add one more. Predicting what comes next after each paragraph. It's like a test. You check whether the writer followed your expectation or surprised you.
And when the writer surprises you, pause and ask why. That moment often contains deeper insight or a shift in perspective.
We also encourage reading aloud quietly to yourself for difficult sections. Hearing the words can help your brain process structure and rhythm.
But if you do that, do it briefly. The goal is clarity, not slowing down too much. Then go back to silent reading once the idea sticks.
Another tool is paraphrasing difficult sentences. Take a complex sentence and say it again simply. That reveals whether you truly understand.
You can even teach it to someone else in your mind. If you can explain it to a friend, you've reached deeper comprehension.
Let's not forget about connecting reading to real life. Ask yourself, how does this relate to something I've experienced or heard before?
That connection makes abstract ideas personal and easier to remember later. It moves the knowledge from the page into your own world.
When you finish a longer article or chapter, do a quick review. Flip back mentally or physically to the beginning and remind yourself of the main flow.
Try to say the main point in one sentence, then add two supporting ideas. That structure keeps your memory organized.
If you're preparing for a test or discussion, make a mini mind map with the central idea in the middle and branches for key details.
Even a very rough sketch works. The act of organizing strengthens recall and shows gaps you can revisit.
We also recommend reading different types of material. Fiction builds inference and empathy, while nonfiction builds fact-based structure and argument tracking.
Mixing genres trains your brain to adapt. When you switch, notice what strategies you used in each and borrow the best parts from both.
A final tip is patience. Hidden fluency doesn't appear all at once. Your understanding grows each time you practice these steps.
Keep a notebook of what worked and what confused you. Over weeks, you'll see progress, and those notes become your personal reading toolkit.
So today we learned how to predict, skim, scan, guess word meanings, ask questions, and use signal words for logic.
We also covered summarizing, visualizing, linking ideas, handling confusion, paraphrasing, connecting to life, reviewing, and organizing thoughts.
These strategies together unlock deeper comprehension and make your reading more fluent.
Use them regularly, and the next time you read, you'll understand more with less effort.